Good morning. I'm just checking to see if this is coming on to the Babi Active page. Should be on the Babi Active page this morning. My name is Natasha and I'm going to be bringing you a postnatal session specifically for mums. Dads can join in, of course, and it's designed for 6 weeks to 6 months postnatal. So ideal if you've had, if you're fully recovered, 100% recovered from the birth of your baby. So 6 weeks postnatal after a vaginal delivery and 12 weeks after a cesarean section. That is the official guidance. You will need today a scarf and a chair. I'm just going to grab my chair, and I'm not going to have it for the whole session, but I'm going to have it in part of the session. So you'll need a chair like this kind of chair for your session as well. So that will be good. Let's have a look on here. And if you're watching, let me know if this is going on to the Babi Active page. So if you're watching, give me a little comment and I'll figure out if we're going on to the Babi Active page. I can't see it on there at the moment, but it is a little bit of a delay. There's a little bit of a delay on there. So I'm just going to click on it again and then hope that we're going. Hope that it's showing that we're live on the page. So it's 10:30-ish. We've got a chair that we're going to need handy, an ideal chair, so we'll be using it to squat with and to extend through our bodies with as well. I've got a scarf handy too, and I've got a drink of water. So you'll need a scarf. Any kind of scarf will do. Any kind of scarf will do. You could use a stretchy material if you've got a band already, that's fantastic. You could use a belt. We're using that in a little bit of our balance work. So I'm hoping this is coming onto the page. I can't see it on the minute, so we're going to start anyway. I'm just going to turn on a light, and I'm also going to put some music on. So let's do that. On my notes ready, and if you've got any questions, of course you can comment, and you can let me know. Let me know, and I will be there to answer the questions. Looks like I'm live on there now. There we are, I can see myself. So that's fantastic. So I'm going to put some music on. I can see it on my phone. Let's go back there. So I don't need shoes for this session. So you don't need shoes for this session. You can wear shoes if you want to. I'm not going to use shoes. I've got a drink handy. We're going to start standing. And this is the Babi Active page. So well done if you found us on the website, well done. If you're getting more familiar with how to use Facebook and you found us here, well done. And of course, if you're watching on YouTube on a replay, if you're a subscriber to the YouTube page, then you can also comment. Have a drink ready. Let's start standing. I'm getting a message on the laptop now. Oh, it's popped up's gone. So you can fast forward all this bit until we get going if you're watching on replay, otherwise we are having a go. Still not on there live. So I'm going to start you off standing tall. Make sure you've got a good space around you so you can non-slip surface, and of course make sure you're feeling 100% fit and well to begin with. So I just think I'm going to go with that now. I'm just going to have one more look at there. I've got no view on my laptop. Hi Melanie! Melanie, I can see that you're there, so well done for joining us today. Hope baby's doing well this morning, and maybe your little girl's there as well looking after baby. Stand tall. Give yourself a little shoulder roll, just roll the shoulders through. We're using a band and a cushion, or a scarf and a cushion today. I hope you're feeling well. I hope everybody is feeling well watching this session. So let's just do a posture check with a shoulder roll. So just begin to draw attention. I haven't popped the lights on yet, but it looks light enough on the screen for now. Just become aware of your posture. And just roll those shoulders up, back, down, round. And then just become aware of the knees. And if you're standing with your pelvis pushed forward, just notice that you can soften your knees a little bit, and it helps you to think about that tail of the body, so it's not sticking too far back out. And pregnancy posture here, and then we're just gradually over time during that first year after baby, just bringing our tail to face back down to the floor. So imagine in the coccyx there's actually a tail there. Through pregnancy it starts to lift, and then we just try to gradually over time we start to come back to a normal standing posture, shoulders above the pelvis. You'll feel that. Let's do some movement play. Just take a pedal through the feet, plant them on the floor, feel the four corners of your feet, and then just take your arms, take them round. Just notice how that feels in the spine. Standing warm up, we're going to work on that breathing, and going to use a scarf in a little bit, a scarf in a minute. So here with one hand, just take it into a figure of 8. Seeing how the knees are responding. Are they locking out? How's your buttocks? Is it clenching, tightening? Is it flicking the tail up behind you? What's happening? Make this bit bigger, and then reverse it with a shoulder roll. 2 more, bigger if it feels okay here. Try the other side. So just take this hand and give it a figure of 8. And just listen into those feet. See how they're moving side to side. Listen into the knees. Pull yourself up tall through the quadriceps. Drop your shoulders. Make this as big and flowing as feels good. Notice that your spine's doing a little twist here. Notice how that feels in the hips, the knees. Bit of fun. Let's roll the shoulder. Make it bigger if it feels good. One more. I'm going to do both hands, okay? A little more bending in the knee. Mind chandelier. Shall we see if we can go reverse? So to keep this low, if you're already feeling this, is pulling and tugging anywhere it's uncomfortable. If you're at that 6 months recovery stage, just enjoy this flowing movement. Let's bring this into some shoulder rolls and add the knee bend, okay, here. So I'm not using any Pilates breath, I'm just observing my posture, observing the flow of breath, waking up for the morning, easing out those niggles from our weird sleeps that we have when we have newborns, little ones in bed with us. Let's just make this a bit bigger. If you feel like it, stay here if it's too much on the neck and shoulders. Otherwise, palms face away. 2 more. Activate into those triceps. Drop your shoulders here. Lift the chest. Last one. Reach up. Stretch that out. Fabulous. All right, roll those shoulders. Need a little bit of balance work. Tap that foot behind you. Lift your arms. Tap that foot behind you. You can come down onto the floor with the heel if you want. Lift your arm. So without looking, tap that foot behind you. If you've got good flexibility in that calf, press that heel to the floor. If it doesn't feel too good, stay on your toes. Drop your shoulders, open the chest. I'm going to do it one more time. I'm going to gradually lower my heel to the floor. Bending the front knee, head and chest lifted. Spreading out my fingers really wide. Big smiles. Greet the morning. Good morning. Big stretch. Fabulous. Grab your scarf. Grab that scarf. Okay, so let's do that same movement again with the back tap. So showing the side profile, you've got something with you in your hands now. So your hands, the wider your hands, the easier this is on your shoulder girdle. This is really going to give you that lovely mobility and movement and kind of align you again from our posture, which creeps in over time. So let's just allow ourselves that length in the spine. Drop your shoulders. Take your arms wide, gently grip here. Start with your hands up in the air and just tap back and bring your arms down. So we're going to take our step back, come together. And I'm going to do just a few of these. And the reason I'm doing this is to just give you that awareness of how you're feeling in your lower back, how you're feeling in your shoulders, how you're feeling in your knee. And like me, maybe you're getting some balance work here. So I'm not looking at the floor. Let's do 2 more each side. So begin to bend that knee at the back if you feel quite strong here today. That feels good, bend it, why not? If not, just work on that tap back. That's enough. Really opening up at the hip. I hope you can feel that. I'm sure you can. I don't know. I don't hope. I know you can feel it. Bring yourself back there. Fabulous. Okay. Small little bit of movement. More balance here. So already I'm beginning to feel warmer. See if I can refresh it one more time and get a view on here. Forgive me. I can't see myself on there. So I'm just going to go with this. So we've got this movement. Bit of a point. And a point. And a point. Try that one. If you like the arms, take the arms with you. Shoulder roll. Same leg. Just try it. And then stand tall. Feel both feet on the ground. So shift your weight. Squeeze shoulder blades. Stand here. Stand tall, grounded into both feet for me. Watching that pelvis movement, watching your back. Check the shoulders. Bring yourself here, roll the shoulders. Feel flat footed on the ground. So you do it again, have a look at the change. Small calf raise is an option here. Small controlled calf raise. See what feels good for you. Got something in the eye, I think. See if that feels good and carry on. If the calf raises don't feel right, just leave them out. Do a shoulder roll. So this is about focusing on how our bodies feel. Getting some movement, of course, into the hip. And a little bit of balance. I'm going to do one more. I'm really focusing on lengthening my spine the whole time. So up and down. Let's do a little bit of squatting to release some tension there. So use this if you like to. And just begin to push those hips forward. Open the feet wide if it feels more comfortable. Spread out the fingers. Sink down from the hips. Let's do 4. Notice where you're breathing in and out for me. Hinge from those hips backwards. Last time. Push the hips back. Fabulous. Let's take it to the other side. So we're going to repeat. So I'm just loading this supporting leg. And I'm asking my body if it wants to do something with the arms. Does it want to do something with the arms? Should we have a go? Roll those shoulders, posture check. Forward, side, forward, big smile, come together and roll. Check both feet, how they feel on the floor. Body awareness, here we go. Forward, side, come back, ground those feet in, stand tall, feel yourself shifting weight as you move. And again, here we go. Should feel good, should feel like you're really kind of growing, lengthening, becoming taller. And again. Ground those feet into the floor, listening to that body. Add the calf raise if it feels good, okay? Shift your weight, lift up through the spine, stand here, lift and lower with control. So thinking about dropping those shoulders and just bringing a sense of how long your body is. Without the pointing, just arms optional. It's hurting, it's feeling uncomfortable in the hip. I'm going to do 2 more in my way. Join in your version, please. And just begin to bring all of your senses into this movement. Your version's best version. Fabulous. Bit of ragdoll. So open your legs wider. if you feel like you want to. If you've got any stiffness anywhere that feels obvious to you, just listening to the spine there. Fabulous. We're going to start to move with awareness from midline. But first of all, I'm just going to get you to see if you can stand on one leg and roll your ankle. Can you stand on one leg and roll the ankle? 3 times one way and then the other way. Let's try it on the other side. We've just kind of prepared for that, haven't we? That's shifting weight. Fabulous. Give those toes a little wiggle. Should we add in hands as well? One leg, both wrists. Let's just do 3. 1, 2, 3. And the other way. Put your foot down at any time. See if you can coordinate hands and feet. Bit of fun. So try the other way. On the other side. Lots of concentration. I have to concentrate really hard. And there's mums, we're concentrating on several different things at the same time, so that's a good exercise to really bring your focus in onto your body and your own coordination. All right, so the movement I want to do next is with the Pilates breath. If you haven't mastered the Pilates breath, it doesn't matter. The whole point in the postnatal sessions like this is to get you to look at the breath, witness it, become familiar with it, and realise how you're using it every day in your movement. So just wrap your scarf around you, bring it up around quite high, and just take it with that one hand again. And I'm just going to breathe into my rib cage at the same time, putting my hand on my tummy, and try not to breathe into the palm of my hand. So my breath is going to come less into my chest and upper chest, more into my rib cage, and definitely not going to present that big belly breath that we do in yoga. So here, keep your tummy muscles away from your hand. Let's do 3. And there's your breathing out. Gently blow the candle out. Two good ones. One more. Just bringing awareness to how you breathe. All right. Let's just grab the band, the scarf, double it up, and then put, hopefully it's long enough for the length of your arm, so I want to extend your arm that way. So what I've done is just made a loop and then I put my thumb in it, and I want to pull my body that way. Okay, so this is rotation, thoracic rotation of the spine. So it's a very mild rotation, because we know that if you've got a gap, that's an unhealed gap, we want to avoid twisting movements to avoid our putting intra-abdominal pressure on the natural gap, the diastasis recti. So instead, you'll be moving a small thoracic twist. Does that make sense? Yeah, I hope it does. So if my full rotation is there, that's 100% for me, then your 100% might be there if you're working with an unhealed gap. If you've been given permission to work on your body as it is now after baby. Yeah, so I would advise you to stop when you feel muscles bulging under your hand through your midline somewhere. So spread out your fingers quite long, so that could be like the top of your sternum, so do that way, and that could be towards your umbilicus, and you could feel it along the midline. You might like that. So try that, drop your shoulders down, soften the knees, and then I'm just going to take a breath in just like we did before, and I'm going to rotate on the exhale, and I'm going to give you a chance to really feel what's happening there. And if there's nothing happening there, you've got great tensegrity, the muscles are very strong and they're not bulging anywhere along that midline, no doming, then you can just enjoy the movement, blowing out the candle. All right, so let's do 8 to that side. So we're going inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. I'm doing 8 of these just for fun. Concentration. Just taking it easy, drop your shoulder. Look down that middle finger there. If it feels good. If not, keep your eyes to the front if you're feeling dizzy. You can do this in a chair if you're feeling a bit hot already. And again. So just enjoy that full breath in, full breath out. Lengthen through the spine. Feel your shoulders working, feel that arm working. Lots happening there, drop those shoulders. I can feel that in my neck, upper tracts, and my spine. Have a yoga swing here. You can take the scarf and swing if that feels better. We're going to do 8 on the other side. So remember, it's your body and you're all at your own different stages of healing. So just enjoy the breath. Following in the inhale and following the outhale, exhale. So you might want to even just focus on that and see if as you turn and twist, you're just gently blowing a candle out. That might be enough. Should we try the other side? So just putting my hand in that way and then the thumb in that way, and I was rolling my shoulders, checking my feet, checking my knees, my hips, lengthening my spine, wearing a crown on the top of my head. So just realise your posture here, and then you're gonna rotate that way. Yeah, try it, see what it looks like. So we inhale here. Begin to notice as the side feel more open. Does it feel more challenging, or does it feel easier? Drop those shoulders down into the socket. So really working on that posture here. Small movement, lots of focus. That's 4. Notice your buttocks, your hips. Exhaling with the movement, really feeling into your tummy there. I'm going to do one more. I'm really looking down, my middle finger here, drop my shoulders in the sockets. Excellent. Let go, swing. Excellent. Have a fidget and grab a drink. Grab a drink. Cheers this morning. I'm thinking that you're beginning to really feel those muscles, the neck, muscles supporting the neck, upper back. I'm thinking that you're beginning to feel that now. So, we've done one set of 8 of each of those. So what I'm going to do is repeat that section, okay, but I'm going to add in a little bit extra, okay. So you can take your base of support wider, or you can sit with that, all right. So of course we're working on the core muscles here. The core muscles, we're including your back, including the diaphragm, including the corset muscles around your tummy, the rectus abdominis, and of course the pelvic floor, and all of that is involved in this movement. So here, it's going to start you off a little bit. Let's just do 6. So here again, bring it back, inhale, exhale, in, out, in, out, in, out. Slow down if you need to. Just 2 more. Fabulous. Straight to the other side. Bit of fun. Yeah. In. Tension out. In. If you like it. Little calf raise. Lots of control. Pretty good. Find the softness in this movement, find the flow. Find some control One of the principles of Pilates, lengthen that posture. I'm going to do one more. You can choose your move. Excellent. Excellent work. All right, so let's bring that chair in. Chair's next. Now you can have a cushion with you. We'll start off really simply. So the first exercise we're going to do is just take a cushion with you or a ball. Have the cushion on your chest. I'm going to do some simple calf raises and squats here. So if it's your first session after having a baby today, really just practice not looking into the chair where you're sitting, not turning around. So I want you to come down, legs wide, and trust it's there. So for me, trust me it's there, it means looking towards you. So I'll be looking into your eyes. Have a cushion or a ball. Pattern's coming up. Calf raise, down, 2, drop the shoulders, 3 and 4. Up, keeping my back, but it's really good posture, and your hip hinging backwards into the chair. In the 6 months plus, we tend to do a lot of work where we're really focused on our balance and our, of course, our posture, because that's the difference between a regular fitness class, isn't it, and a postnatal fitness class. If you do movements that are really assisting you in restoring your body and the way your body moves, aiming to give you that connection to your balance, to your focus, to your posture, to getting your back to work in the best way it can. So we don't do too many generic fitness exercises, and you'll notice that if you go online and check out other videos, postnatal videos, you'll find you're working out with a focus on restoring your body. You're really working on those movements that get you feeling fitter and ready to be mumming. So taking the cushion now, so lengthening through my spine, and then pushing the cushion up onto my toes. So here, add in your pelvic floor. So if you know your pelvic floor, just take it. Let's relax that pelvic floor. Relax it into the chair, relax into your seat bones. Start to contract up and inwards as you rise. And then as you get to the top of the movement, so the ball's right up to the sky, then start to relax that pelvic floor down. See if you can lower it down as slow as you're squatting. So just do 2 more. So integrating your pelvic floor, scooping up, zipping up from back to front here, rising onto your toes. And listening into the body, does it feel good? If you're starting to feel a bit achy already on top of the body, because we've done quite a lot of movements, pulling, stretching, just take this last one out in front of you instead. So rise up, squeeze from the back to the front, linking in through that chain of pelvic floor movement, and then rise with the ball. So thinking about how you're moving upwards and inwards in the pelvic floor and then coming down, letting go. Letting go. Fabulous. I'm sure you had a good practice of your pelvic floor work there. So I'm going to leave it there for now with that one. And I want to show you our guest exercise today. So I'm going to put the chair on the side view, see how you feel with this one. So don't forget, you can look back at any of the videos that we've done. We've done lots and lots of videos, and we've had lots of discussions. We've had discussions, all sorts of discussions on posture and some stretching. We've had some on some relaxation. I'm going to do some breathing techniques with you to finish the session. And we've had some discussions about your pelvic floor, how to integrate those exercises there to recover. So here, just going through our guest exercise today. So just imagine that you've got your buggy with you, and then as you come down, you're going to squat and you're going to reach. And that's the exercise I want you to do. So this is a bending, extending pattern. So we can get better here. So what I'm trying to do is get you to roll your shoulders back into your position, your posture, so you can really feel how square you are, which is why we started off with all these kind of movements at the beginning. So you can really become aware of this 4 corners of your body here, into the girdles. And then as you go down, take your legs a little bit wide, and then imagine you're going into the buggy to do the buckles up into the buggy, and feel that position there. Feel how your pelvic floor is, your core body is, and as you come up this time, that's where we're going to integrate our pelvic floor there. Okay, so let pelvic floor go. You can take a cushion out to the edge of the chair, and then bring it back. Okay, and that's the pelvic floor action on the upward phase. So perhaps it's down here, gravity's on top, and you're coming up. And we're only going to do a couple of these as we're moving quite slowly, so the intensity is more. So just noticing how you can zip up from front to back on that pelvic floor, and notice what your shoulders are doing, what your hips are doing. Let go here. Scoop it up. Fabulous. All right, that is enough, I think, for the good squatting position for you. I think that's going to help you quite a lot when you're getting your buggy ready and you're looking at baby in the buggy or looking at baby in the cot, those kind of movements, squatting down to check baby on the sofa, etc. I think that's going to really, really help you. All right, so what I'm going to get you to do now is just check in using the chair. Just check and see how you are as you lift your foot up here. And we'll use a little bit of this movement here with either opening and closing here. If you're feeling quite strong and balanced, take your arm up on top and then step it down. So step up onto the chair, just place the foot, the heel all the way onto the chair, so not here. And then just decide if you like to rise up, drop your shoulders, and then bring that down. So really working again on your balance, lining up that spine. Try not to look down. So if you're looking for a little bit more here and it's feeling like you want to do a little bit more, just move a little bit quicker instead of the slow version, which I'm doing, okay? So I'll do that one for you again. It's a bit quicker, more intense, in between the one repetition I'm doing. So I'm going to do 3 each leg, okay? So I'm going to step up really slow, drop my shoulders, lengthen through the spine, crown on my head. You can take it up a little bit faster. So I do a quick one with you for those who want to. So squeeze those shoulder blades gently. Good. I hope you're enjoying it as much as me. So this is number 2. Slow for me. Spread through the fingertips. Really use those triceps, those wrists and forearms. We'll do a fast one. Drop your shoulders. I'm going to change leg last time for me. Keep it long through the body. Changing leg lead, so lead on my left. This is my last time on my right. Take it up for a quick one for me. And down, well done. Excellent work. Time for another drink. You're doing great on time. Do some breathing exercise to finish. So I think we finished with the chair. Have a think about when you're sitting down to do your hamstring stretches as well. You know, taking stretches throughout the day, thinking about how you stretch your hamstrings. You might just stretch your hamstrings just by shifting your seat, the weight from your seat forward. Okay, so that's a great stretch you can do anytime, can't you? When you're warmed up, of course. So get rid of my chair and have another quick drink, and then we're going to make our way down to the floor. So this is where we're going to go onto the floor. So if you might need a cushion for our relaxation when we go to the end, and I'm going to do some breathing practices with you. I'm also going to do a single leg stretch, so I'll be using a scarf again, or a band, or a belt. And what else are we doing? Yeah, we'll do a couple of roll downs as well. All right. Okay, so Pilates roll down. Now, I'm going to get you to do this 5 times. So if you do one and you actually feel like I just want to lie down now, please go down and lie down on the floor. What I'm going to do is notice that I want to get some grip along my midline here. So, you know, drawing your tummy muscles back towards the spine there. So just notice that you're not kind of sagging here as you bend. That's going to give you back a bit more support. And then I'm going to start with my arms above my head, my feet comfortable flat on the floor. I recognise that there's softness in my knee, the shoulders are down, my posture is long, chin comes to chest, and I'm not using the Pilates breath, but I'm rolling down a bit like a bicycle chain, and I'm letting my arms come away from my body. They're becoming very heavy and a bit like spaghetti. I'm letting my knees bend generously, and now I'm feeling this on my mid-back, and then I'm going to roll up. And that's the bit where you want to make sure you haven't held your breath, you haven't gritted your teeth. And I guarantee you, if this is a pain-free movement for you, and you manage to do even just 2 or 3 of these a day, you'll feel so much better in your back. Because we know that hamstring tightness causes tightness in the back, of course, causes tightness around the knee, and all of that can be eased off by this mild stretching. It's quite good to do this by a wall if you've got a wall as well. Make sure you've got enough space for your buttocks, but then sort of peel away from the wall. So lowering with control, generous bend in the knee, awareness of the abdomen here. Stay as long as you like. I'm coming up using my breathing. My arms are really heavy, and this has given me a lot of release. Let my buttocks relax. Just feeling my body becoming aware. This slow, nourishing movement. You can even just take your palms here. You don't have to take them up to the sky. And then chin to chest. Drop your shoulders. Soften the knee. So feeling that wonderful flexibility of the spine. Arms become long like spaghetti. Noticing if that feeling of stretching is changing its location on your body. Noticing if you can get a bit further than you did on number 1. This is number 3. So pressing my feet into the floor, noticing that the 4 corners of my feet are connected to the earth. My knees have given me permission to bend. I haven't locked my knees out. I'm doing this very slowly. If you're feeling that you've done enough already, it's quite a strong movement, please make your way down to the floor. I'm going to do 2 more. And on the last one, number 5, I'm going to crawl to the floor. So here, I'm going to shuffle my shoulders. I just enjoy this movement here, really releasing tension through that spine, the back of the legs. Give myself permission here to nod a little bit. Yes and no, but maybe if it feels a bit more comfortable now, you've got a bit more confidence here, a little bit of sway side to side, feet still flat on the floor, rolling up. And slow and steady on this. Really getting as much as I can out of this opportunity to mobilise my spine. If you're lightheaded or if you feel that you've done enough, please just come down. This is my last one. Smiling, gracefully moving. Ladies, you're doing fantastic. Let's keep this going. We're going down to the floor for some Superwoman. Notice where you feel this release. Notice what happens to your buttocks. Notice what happens to your body. Hands coming to the floor, bend those knees for me, onto your hands and knees there. Child's pose when you're ready. Sit back, open your legs wide, rest your head to the earth. Or onto your homemade pillow. Fabulous. to those hands and knees. Roll up the mat underneath your knees if they're particularly irritated today. Uncurl your toes if you can, if you feel comfortable, and then try and aim your ankles up to the sky. So try not to let them flop out to the side. Try to direct them up at the sky. Notice if that feels okay for you. Just notice where you are with that. Onto fists, fists facing forwards as if you're clapping your hands. If you've got wrist issues today, carpal tunnel syndrome, wiggle those hips. Notice the belly softening. And then pushing through those fists. And then releasing. So pelvic tilting. And just finding where you feel comfortable. I feel like I need to take my knees a bit further away. I'm ready to take my hands down, roll my shoulders a couple of times. And then pushing through the palms of my hands. And then letting go pelvic floor and belly softening. Not looking to push any doming or bulge in here. So keep that integrity along the midline if you feel that you've gone a little bit floppy there and you need that. One more. Follow your rhythm of the breath. No right or wrongs here. We're all enjoying the movement. This is about getting you to enjoy your movement after the birth of baby. If you're feeling quite steady, take your right foot behind you and just enjoy a calf stretch. And then bring it back. Try the other leg. Just notice what feels really good for you, really yummy there. Yeah, notice the tummy, notice the hips. And then we're going to take that other leg out, we're going to take the arm out, we're going to point to the floor. Feel what's happening into the tummy, lift the arm. One more time. Bring it back in. Just feeling where your body felt that it had to do some work there. Where did your body think, oh, I better do some work here? Automatically the body voluntarily does movements for you. So feel how that was on the shoulder. If you can handle that one more time on each side, repeat with me. Just 2 finger points and lifts with a leg extension here behind you. This hip extension here, look, hip extended, knee facing the floor, lengthen through the spine. If your weight can carry you here, lift the chest, point, just lift the arm. And just feel your tummy muscles working. Shift your weight over your wrist. Lengthen through the neck and the spine. Come down into child's pose for a little rest. Maybe a little side to side. Maybe a little circle if your knees are okay. And then we'll repeat it on the other side. So we're here. Lengthen behind that leg. Lift the chest. Neck is beautifully long. Weight is shifted over your wrist if you can, or back onto that fist for me. Point your finger, lift, and lower. Notice how it feels different on this side. Come back onto your toes for me if you can. Check into your balance here. Or child's pose if you're feeling you've done enough today. You've done quite a lot already. Going onto our back next. See if you can balance onto your toes for me. See how that feels. Check in with your pelvic floor. Let it drop to the floor here if you can. Drop that pelvic floor. And then scoop it up as you move back onto the floor. Fabulous. If you've got a drink handy, come back to your drink. So we're doing great now. We're on time, and I really want to get you to do some relaxation movements, breathing techniques with me today. So I'm going to focus on that. So I just want to get you onto your back, a little bit more movement into your hip, and use a band for that. So just coming down with care, just as you did when you were pregnant in this first couple of months of recovery. So come down onto your side instead of using that flexion to roll up. Come down onto your side for me, then roll onto your back as if you were pregnant there for me. Head and shoulders on the floor, and then use your band, your belt, and just see if you can scoop one leg up into it for me. And then just see how you feel with that leg there. So this isn't with the Pilates breath. This is just going to give you a little bit of support with the stretch. There's a lot of worrying about overstretching during pregnancy and in the postnatal recovery. what we don't want to do is cause ourselves to worry too much about how much we're going to overstretch. It's very unlikely that you're going to overstretch in your exercise because you're hugely intelligent and you know when you've gone too far. The people who really want to be more mindful about stretching in pregnancy and the postnatal stage, so we're not developing flexibility, we're just releasing tension. There's a big difference between those types of stretches. And so what we're doing for sure is not taking our bodies into positions which are uncomfortable. If you're hypermobile, you'll know exactly when you've gone too far, and you'll know way in advance and how to avoid that, because you've developed those skills throughout your adult life. So here, just holding onto this leg, if it feels good, just give yourself a little circle. And so what I'm trying to do here is massage the buttock. So the buttock that is underneath this leg in the air. So I'm kind of doing a little smiley face here with my toe. I did some circles one way, it's all supported, and I'm doing some circles the other way. And if you've had any pelvic girdle pain, you'll know that you can take this into much smaller range. You'll know if it's not right for you. You're just feeling out where is good for you with this. So little smiley faces and little circles. And then for those who want to and are further along, can go bigger. Just notice what's happening again on the tummy. So you've got more strength in the arm, you can use one arm. Neck is still long on the floor, and just noticing what's happening here. Notice this knee, trying to compensate and trying to drop out to the side and things. I want this knee to stay up to face the ceiling. And then for those who are much further along, drop your leg underneath. And let's take it up and down in a straight line to finish. Just do that twice. Excuse me. Hay fever. Just using your body there. And taking that back, lift that knee, and just swap over. You might want to take one leg out and swap it over it without doing the double feet swap, which I did. See what feels comfortable for you. Keep your head on the floor, shoulders relaxed, smile on your face, and just start again. So I was doing all kinds of movements first. I was saying, oh, let's have a play. Let's just feel what's happening. Where is the movement giving me the greatest stretch? Which part of my body is feeling a bigger stretch? If you studied a lot of anatomy, if you're really into the body, human body, and the way the body moves, you'll be, or you're very experienced in fitness, you'll be able to really focus in on where exactly that is nourishing me, what I need to do to benefit from this. So again, there's definitely no discomfort here on this. So I'm now going to do some smiley faces with like kind of back across as if I was putting lipstick on my big toe, the smiley face. And then I'm going to do some circles, see what my shoulders are doing. Checking on my tummy. So here's my circles here. Keeping this opposite knee up and massaging my buttocks there. So working into the sacrum there, just feeling that. Just noticing where feels good for me here. Where does that feel good? That feels good there. So that feels good for me. So I'm going to do a couple of these movements with one hand. I'm going to put another hand on my tummy. So I've got a strong enough arm here to control my leg. And I'm also at the stage where I can let that leg lie. So that's the advanced stage. So don't try that if you're at any tightness anywhere in the sacrum, hips, anywhere. Definitely not beginners. I'm going to see if I can go to the floor and come up with control. And how it affects my gap, which is fully healed and functional. So I'm going to do that one more time. Feeling good. Doing lots of stretches in today. And feeling fabulous. Draw that back. Down onto the floor. So let your body relax. Take your arms wide if you've got space. And then do your little side-to-side movements here. So keep your shoulders, think about your shoulders coming onto the floor. Maybe rest your hands on your tummy. And just give yourself a little side-to-side swish, swish. Again, really working on the buttocks. I'm thinking about the back of your pelvis and how it's feeling there. I'm going to hug one knee to the chest now. I'm going to rotate that ankle. A wonderfully restoring session today. Really worked on your core. My intention for you is that you have connected to your breathing today and maybe got some feedback from your pelvic floor too. I'm going to try again on the other side here. For those of you who have a fully healed gap, no protrusion, no doming, and feel very confident with your flexion of the spine, I'm going to get you to inhale and then exhale towards your knee. So if you want to try that, it's a good way of checking here again. So I would inhale and then exhale and then come down. I'm going to try on the other side and noticing how that feels. Yeah, so inhale, exhale. And I'm moving in a very controlled and slow way. So I'm not going to do the check on my rectus abdominis now. I'm going to use my hands, both hands drawing towards the knee. So I'm going to inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Fabulous. Both legs are going to stretch out now. Arms are going to go long above my head. I'm just going to pull my hands gently away from my shoulders, hands away from the shoulders, shoulders out of the sockets. Maybe make a steeple with your fingers and point up. If that feels too uncomfortable anywhere, just leave the hands be. And then really stretch through down for those legs, down, up through the fingers, and let everything flop. Wonderful. Let's draw one leg up at a time and then begin to pelvic tilt. So feet flat on the floor, bring them closer to the bottom, maybe wider if it feels comfortable for you. Without looking, without checking, just feel what is happening. Read the information your nervous system is giving you here. Rock that pelvis. Arms, if they're starting to feel tension pulling, perhaps in the back, mid-back, lower back, shoulders, bring your arms down, rest them, hands on tummy. Pelvic tilting. Check in again, see how my middle section is feeling here. And then we're going to take it up into a bridge. So flip that tailbone behind you, coccyx is extending down into the earth. Then coccyx is flicking your imaginary tail like a monkey's tail up between your legs as you rise up. These are your muscles on your buttocks, feel your hands there. Buttocks contracted, lifting up and rising up. And then just come down. Just only a small bridge, separate the shoulder blades if you know what that feels like and that feels good for you. Coming down as slow as possible. I'm going to do that one more time, really focusing on opening the pelvis in pelvic floor and relaxing the buttocks on the way down. So flip the tail up behind you, pelvic tilt a little bit, posterior pelvic tilt. And then anterior tilt up, flick tail through. Drive down through the four corners of your feet here, flatten your feet, lift up, buttocks contracted, keep breathing, rise up as if I was pulling you up on a chain, only to as far as feels comfortable, tipping that pelvis right onto you, and then coming down, drawing those knees long, knees aiming to parallel. Control that down. Relax pelvic floor here, relax buttocks here, let go. See if you can let go before you touch the floor with your bottom and your sacrum. Let everything go. Take your feet a little bit wider. If it feels comfortable, drop your knees together. If that doesn't feel right, bring your feet straight back together and let them rest here. Arms by your side, take your neck side to side. I'm going to bring myself up to sitting. I'm going to do a couple of breathing practices and we're done. Roll over onto one side for me if you've got a cushion. Come up really slowly. This is a good time for you to sit on a cushion. Elevate those hips just as you did through pregnancy. And in fact, for the rest of your life, if you don't do a lot of flexibility practices, once you're back into the rhythm of things, perhaps next year in your fitness routines, just use a cushion to sit up on every given opportunity. It's going to take a lot of pressure off your hips. Let's do that breathing practice, ladies, sitting down. So sit down in a way that's comfortable for you. I'm going to sit cross-legged, lifted up those hips. Another way to support yourself in this position, great if you can do this practice every day and you've got no knee issues, no hip issues. is to put something underneath your knees as well, so that you can relax here with your knees here. It takes a lot of pressure, doesn't it, off your core muscles. Whereas if you've got, if you're trying to hold yourself here and your muscles can't relax there, then you're constricting through your trunk muscles to hold you up. So I would give yourself a big prop. So the nearest prop I've got for me today happens to be these. I would give you an example like that, where now I don't have to hold my legs in any position. That's a really good way for you to sit and relax. Cushions, pillows, rolled up blankets, you know, maternity pillows. Just shove them under your knees, bolster your knees, your back via your hips, and you'll be able to relax a little bit more in your breathing practices. So we'll just do a couple of minutes here. And the breathing practice I'd like to do with you today is breathing in through the nose. If you have got a cold, is to trying to take as full a breath as possible, and then exhaling through the mouth, through those lips. We're going to allow ourselves to breathe out as if you were blowing, trying to not blow the candle out as we do in our Pilates breath. We actually want to blow the candle out, but on this exhale we're going to try and make the candle flame flicker. So let's just do 3 rounds. We'll do breathing in for 4 counts of full breath, and this is softening into the abdomen, so you can even allow your hands to be on your tummy. And then we're going to breathe out, and we're going to aim for maybe 6 seconds on the out breath, and just try that for 3 rounds. Stop if you feel dizzy, close your eyes if it feels really good, and visualize the flame, or look down towards the earth, lengthen the neck, and just imagine that the candle is in front of you. All right, you can count with your fingers if you're a counting person, the inhale and the exhale, like that, if it feels good. All right, so let's do 3 rounds of that. Drop your shoulders, lift your spine. So I'm going to start with my gaze to the floor here, breathing in your own time. Waiting for the breath cycle to feel natural, breathing in again, full breath. Belly full, exhale. Lightly flickering that candle flame. So that's a very good way to calm your nervous system. I'm sure you've read about this, I'm sure you've seen it on social media about the vagus nerve, and that we know that we can calm ourselves, and we teach our children to do these practices so that we can become aware of the sensation of being calm in kind of like a counter pose into being very alert and very excitable, or perhaps angry or anxious. So we're looking to feel the contrast there, so that was the intention of that one. And then I'm just going to do another breathing practice where you can let some sound out. So I'm just going to do 3 rounds of breath where you can breathe in, and then and I would like you to have a go at that, maybe quietly if baby's sleeping. Or choose another sound, because you could choose any sound. If you're a vocal person practicing some singing, perhaps, that you've used some of these sounds before, so you could use like a ah, or a shh, or a ha, or a grr, any sound, any sound that lets your jaw drop, creates a relaxing tension here, which gives you a much more relaxed sensation, and actually correlates to the relaxation of your pelvic floor, which is what we want. We spend a lot of time kind of holding on to tension in our jaws, neck, shoulders and pelvic floor. So if you can and then let that come out, and just a short breath. Don't have to be the full length of the breath cycles that we took before, but just one that gives you the opportunity to scan your jawline, scan your tongue muscle, your throat muscle softening, and then see if you can feel your pelvic floor just kind of into the seat, maybe just softening into the pelvis there. 3 rounds. Join me. I'm going to do a next. Choose yours. Children love all these ones, these sounds. And then I'm just going to go ha on the next one with a ha ha ha. Drop your shoulders. See if you can keep all of your body soft and relaxed and really just focus in on those points there. Full belly breath this last time, breathing into their belly. Ha. Oh, I did enjoy that breathing. I enjoyed the whole practice as always. I have enjoyed the session. It's been a pleasure teaching you this morning. Always happy for your feedback. Of course, I'm going to finish this now, jump behind the camera and then send this to the Babi Active page. Be available for you on replay, so please feel free to come back anytime, watch this, press pause, repeat sections that you like, and comment. Any feedback is always welcome. That brings us to the end of today's session. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you very soon. I'm back on Friday morning. I'm back 10:30. It's that 6 months plus advanced Pilates fitness session for mums and babies here on Babi Active. Well done, guys. Have a great rest of the day.